Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to the third episode of my series all about Los Angeles. Today, we're going to explore Little Tokyo. Little Tokyo is a historic neighborhood in downtown Los Angeles. There are only 3 official Japantowns in the United States, and this one is the largest in both size and population. This area was first settled in the 1880s and is a major center for Japanese Americans living in Southern California. Little Tokyo was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1995. The Little Tokyo area is officially around 5 city blocks. It's home to a unique variety of shops, restaurants, museums, and more. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of Little Tokyo and show you why you should add it to your list of things to see if you come to Los Angeles. I also wanted to add that, in addition to everything I'm going to show you today, there's also a lot of different cultural festivals and food tastings and a bunch of other stuff going on throughout the year. I'll leave a link to the Go Little Tokyo website in the description so that you can check that out too. So the start of Little Tokyo is kind of here on East 1st Street, the way I'm pointing the camera. When you go down here, there's quite a few restaurants and shops to check out on your way to the Japanese Village Plaza, which is sort of the heart of Little Tokyo. So this is the entrance to the Japanese Village Plaza off East 1st Street. They've got this really cool tower here. It's also really busy right now because it's lunchtime and there are a ton of restaurants in here that people love to come to. So right at the entrance of the Japanese Village Plaza, I also wanted to point this place out. This is Chinchikurin. They do okonomiyaki and it is delicious. If you don't know what it is, this sign kind of shows you on the right. I don't know if you can read it. All the different layers of stuff that's kind of cooked together. Definitely a good place to try if you're here. So as you can see, this is a really popular place. They've started decorating for Christmas. They have this really pretty Christmas tree right here in the middle of the plaza. I'm not sure if it's so busy today just because people are off because it's Black Friday, or it's just a really hoppin' area. But you can really find just about anything you want here. There's a bakery here, we got all kinds of stores, gift shops, there's a Sanrio store that's really popular, a bunch of different Los Angeles clothing brands, restaurants, walk-up windows where you can just get snacks. We got a really cool Japanese grocery store over here. A lot of cool stuff in there as well. I love going to look in those. Not to mention the architecture is so reminiscent of Japan, obviously, but also they have all these really nice lanterns and beautiful trees and flowers, and it's really just a nice place to come walk around. So when you start walking through the Japanese Village Plaza on East 1st Street, it lets out right in front of me on East 2nd Street. But we're not going to go out there quite yet. We're going to go past the reindeer and that way, and there's actually a little underground mall under there that has some cool stuff to check out. Okay, so we're heading down into the Little Tokyo Mall right now. It's actually under a parking ramp, and it's got a little bit more of like pop culture type stuff, like anime, video games, cosplay stuff, so let's go see what's going on in there. They even have one of those fancy photo booth things that you see in Japan. And then next door we have this place that sells Funko Pops. And across the way we have more entertainment type stuff, video games, statues. And then we have this store that is focusing on cosplay. For $6,700, you can have this unhappy guy. We also have a retro video game store. That's pretty cool. Nintendo, Sony, Sega. See Luigi in there. Another jungle hobby shop. I think they have it split up into like different sections. So some of the ones over there were like statues or video games or Funko Pop, and then this one is card themed. So like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, all kinds of stuff. So we're back in front of the Japanese Village Plaza, and we're gonna head to the other side of East 1st Street where there is a line of different ramen restaurants, and I think that sounds like a pretty good lunch to me. So on this side of East 1st Street, like I mentioned, there's a bunch of restaurants. Seems like there's a lot of ramen restaurants. This one with the yellow awning is Daikokuya, and that one's really popular. Every time I've been here, there's been like a line of people down the block. We're not gonna wait around to try that one today. Maybe someday. We're actually gonna go down here. Can't really see it from here, but the blue awning is Hachioji. Hopefully I am not doing too bad with my pronunciations, but we're gonna go to Hachioji for lunch today. So Hachioji definitely gets a thumbs up from me. We both had some delicious tonkatsu ramen, and they have a pretty good lunch special too, so you should check this place out. So another place of note right next to Hachioji is Fugetsudo, which is Little Tokyo's oldest confectionery shop, and it was built in 1903. They make handmade mochi here every day, and as you can see by the line, it is very popular. Alright, so the Japanese Village Plaza lets out on East 2nd Street, and there's more shops and restaurants out here in both directions. So first we're actually gonna head right. We're gonna go this way, and I'm gonna show you a few things down here. So while we're walking this way, I just wanted to point out another good restaurant to try, Kuraku. They have a huge menu of Japanese food, and it's really good. So this is another place that you should check out if you're here. So we just crossed San Pedro Street, and we're here at the Weller Court. Just wanted to show you this area is another area with a few shops and restaurants. See the sign up here. For dessert today, I went to Midori Matcha to get some matcha soft serve, which is one of my favorite things. So there are quite a few more shops and restaurants in this Weller Court area, but my main purpose in coming over here was to have a discussion about the DoubleTree Hotel, which is right there. So I'm standing here in front of the entrance to the DoubleTree Hotel in the Little Tokyo area. And you might be wondering, why am I making such a big deal about a DoubleTree Hotel? That's not that special, but this one actually kind of is. It has a beautiful, somewhat secret Japanese garden on the roof. Now, it's a little bit unclear whether or not this Japanese garden is only for guests or people that go into the hotel to eat at the restaurant. before COVID, we were actually able to go up there and see it, and it is beautiful. And if you stay at this hotel, please don't miss out on it. I'll put a little bit of footage here just to show you what it's like. I'm not going to go up there today with the new vaccine requirements to enter buildings and things like that. I'm just sure they wouldn't appreciate us going in there right now unless we're guests, but here's some footage so you can see what it looks like. So if Japanese gardens are your thing, there's actually one other opportunity in Little Tokyo to see one at the Japanese American Cultural and Community Center. Unfortunately, as of right now in 2021, that one's also closed to the public due to COVID, but if you come here in the future, definitely try to check one of the two out. It's just something really cool, especially to see in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. Okay, so we're back walking down East 2nd Street. We're about to cross the Japanese Village Plaza where we turned right. And we're gonna keep walking past that because there's actually quite a few things to see beyond that I think a lot of people miss when they just stick to the plaza. So here's where the Japanese Plaza lets out on East 2nd Street. And on this side, there are all kinds of cool vintage shops, Pop Killer, and then they also have a shop down here with really cool printed t-shirts, some more restaurants. And there are more stores on this side of the street too, like this one, for all your furry hat needs. So we're walking down East 2nd Street, crossing Central Avenue right now, and we're going to keep going. We're going to the Little Tokyo Galleria, which is on South Alameda Street. It's another mall, but it's an indoor mall with quite a few more shops and restaurants, and I think it's really cool and that it gets missed a lot because people focus on the center of Little Tokyo. This one's a little farther away. Here's the entrance. Like I said, there's quite a bit to see in here too, multiple floors. They have a giant Daiso, and if you've never been to a Daiso, it's kind of like a Japanese dollar store. Things cost more than $1 US, but it's just got such unique stuff in there. It's definitely something to see if you've never been in one. So this store is one of my favorite things about this place. It's so easy to get lost in here. They have so many beautiful like glassware, dishes, all kinds of stuff for your house, and it's all just beautifully crafted. There's also all kinds of cute little cafes in here, whether you want boba, coffee, snacks, they got it all. And if you're like me and you like wandering around Asian grocery stores, this one is massive. It's so much fun to look around. They even have food counters, a cosmetics counter, a bunch of extra stuff in there too. So there are 3 floors to this mall. The 3rd floor is mostly restaurants, as you can see. Kind of quiet up here, kind of between lunch and dinner. And then on the 2nd floor, there are a few more shops, clothes, souvenirs, really cute stuff. So there are 2 popular museums in the Little Tokyo area, and they're actually both located in kind of the same plaza. This is the Japanese American National Museum. It's at the intersection of East 1st Street and North Alameda Street. This museum has a wide range of exhibits showcasing the rich cultural heritage of Japanese Americans. It's a great place to come to learn more about Asian American history. So this is the second of the 2 major museums in the Little Tokyo area. This is the Geffen Contemporary at Mocha. It's at the intersection of North Alameda Street and East Temple Street, and this is an offshoot of downtown LA's Museum of Contemporary Art, and it's full of modern art exhibits. General admission is free, but special exhibits require a paid ticket. And there's even some art outside for you to enjoy. This is a sculpture made out of airplane parts. And birds really like it, and I think that's funny. So that was Little Tokyo. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and check back soon for more videos about Los Angeles. I'll see you next time. Bye. Just a really hoppin' area.